Hey guys, I hope everybody is keeping well, and I just thought I'd do this little video to show you around the hobby space. I've been in the house 4 months now. Wow, 4 months already. This was one of the last rooms that we actually sorted out. But yeah, I won't lie, I was very inspired by Winter's SEO sharing his hobby space and the fact that he's upgraded into a new room. I have not negotiated with Mrs. Artisan for the other room. That room has another bed in for when I snore. So this is the hobby space. This is where everything happens. So when we moved in, of course, I built this table. I'm quite proud of this. It's really solid in comparison to the old one. Lots and lots of screws, lots of brackets. But yeah, so these are all my battle mats. Most of them from GameMat.eu, some of them from Urban Mat, and some from Deep Cut Studios. Then we've got boxes of terrain, pre-painted stuff from GameMat, pre-painted stuff from Urban Mats, some MDF stuff, the old GW stuff, GameMat stuff, second edition cardboard terrain. But yeah, this is, there's a small groove down the side here. And you're seeing, I've just finished that water, oops. But these are all of my backdrops here, behind the door so that they don't get bent. And basically I swap them in and out of here. They lift out when I'm not pulling the foam off the wall. Sound deadening foam, of course, just to stop the echo in the room as much. But yeah, that is the table. We'll show you around the other side as well. We've got all of these lunch boxes have moss and stones and different coloured bits and pieces in. We've got some Eldar terrain from TT Combat. We've got GameMat.eu rocks. We've got GameMat.eu and Urban Mat desert rocks. We've got GameMat industrial stuff. We've got all the scatter terrain in those two boxes there. Tons and tons of it. This shelf is my unbased Blood Angels, which I have painted since we moved into the house. I've got a lot of basing to do. But the rest of these shelves here are going to be the rest of the Blood Angels when I do get them out. Hurry up and release the Speeder and the Heavy Intercessor so I can finish the collection. But along the top we've got the Flyers, the Land Raiders, the Hammerfall, the Drop Pods. We've got the Black Legion and the Khorne here. We've got the Death Guard here. This shelf is for unbuilt stuff, which thankfully is not too much. We've got some Cerberus Raiders, Shadow and Pain, Chaos Space Marine Battle Force, the Repulsor from Conquest actually. This is stuff that's painted that needs basing, and you can see me two Gargants there. I do need to finish them off. They're almost finished. Moving over though, we've got the big Khorne Demons and some big Death Guard stuff. We've got the big Tau stuff, and this doesn't fit in the storage boxes, which I'll show you in a few moments. The Admech stuff, the Taraxi don't fit. The Flyers are a nightmare. And of course Call and those guys. We've got the big Necron stuff, and I've just realised my Obelisk has fell over. I'll fix that in a few moments. We've got the Tyranids and the big Orc stuff. Lots of big Orc stuff for Lucy. Then we've got all the dice trays, turn counters, objective markers, cards. And then on the bottom shelf, that's a long way down, I've got all of my Codexes. Coming across here, we've got the Slanesh and the Tzeentch, which Stu very kindly left us. Rest in peace, Stu, you will be a really, really big miss, in particular to Lucy. We've got Lucy's death stuff, so we've got the dragons, we've got the Nagash and the Bone Reaper stuff, as well as 2 bits of Nighthaunt. We've got some of the Order big boys. We've got Marathi, Alariel, Tree Lady Ancient. Then we've got some of the big Destruction lads. There's a little bit of space in here because, of course, the rest of the Gargants and stuff need to go in there. On the bottom, we've got all the cards and the Battle Tomes and stuff as well. On the top, however, we've got Knights, and a couple of Eldar Flyers and stuff. And then, of course, Archeon. So this is where all the big stuff goes that doesn't fit in boxes, that's not Blood Angels. I still need to put the blind up. I need to pull my finger out and do that. So if you saw me destruction of my Drukhari army, Yeah, I have fixed it now. Each of these boxes has painted armies in them. What do they look like though? Let's get this one down and I'll show you what they are. Now I get these from a company called Wham, and they are organizer boxes. You can see there, Wham. So in here, when I moved, I had quite a lot of space in this one, so I put a lot of my Harlequins in here, but I put my individual models usually in here. Oh, I don't want to show you in there. This is because I packed them tightly when I moved, right, and I haven't had these back out. But they are very neatly packed. They don't slide anywhere in there. I normally have less in there than this, but I haven't unpacked, like I said. But each of these is about £7.50. Now, I know what you're saying. That's probably not the best way to store them, and I agree, right? But when you've got this much, you know, you've got to sacrifice a little bit, and buying a lot of army cases that do take up a lot of room doesn't fit. This is mostly my Blood Angels, which I actually need to get out of the boxes and onto the shelves. But yeah, there's lots and lots of armies there. Music stands to put the codexes on, just out of camera rather than clogging up the table. Very, very handy to keep key pages open with them. And in here, we've got the bits and pieces. This is all unpainted stuff down here. This is my board games, my spare sprues, and some bits and pieces that I've got to build as well. Interestingly enough, they were out of the, what do you call it, bundle. The box that GW did where you got loads of stuff for like half price. Loot crate, that was it. This is where the painting happens. So I sit here, mostly. This is where I stream, of course. And we've got the camera that swings around here. You can see there. And it'll point down for when I'm streaming on Twitch. So make sure you're following us on Twitch. You can see here I'm working on the Void Dragon. I've also got my Nintendo Switch here. We do stream some video games from time to time as well. Paints organised in colours with the darker shade of them at that side. Apart from that, I don't know why that's there. So yeah, reds, greens, blues, browns, etc. Pinks and purples for Lucy, because she sits at this side. All the washers, all the air paints, all the contrasts. And then, of course, any thinners and glue and basing stuff. So yeah, this is where we sit. I'm not going to go up too much, but the lights were a big key. So rather than having lamps attached to the side of the desk and pointing forward, I elected for the photography lights to be above and pointing down. And I can then actually adjust them to come at an angle at the table instead. So yeah, I spend a lot of time in this room, obviously working from home currently. I'm in this room around about 10 to 15 hours a day, roughly. It's a lot of time here, so I've kind of made it my home. But yeah, I just want to say thank you to everybody that has supported us. Like, having this room the way it is absolutely amazing. It is well and truly a studio. It's a little bit more snug than the old room at my old house. However, I definitely feel it's more, I don't want to say professional, but organised. It's definitely a lot more organised. So, yeah, sorry about the lack of Batreps throughout December. It's been a bit of a crazy month. There is obviously more content coming. I will be doing tutorials once again. Make sure you follow us on Twitch though, guys, because we are streaming there 3 nights a week. We're streaming there Tuesday, Thursday and Sundays. And like I said, it's not always Warhammer, but most of the time it is. But thank you to everybody that has supported me. I've done this as an actual hobby for 6 years now. And that's crazy. And to think that I'm bordering 15,000 subscribers, and of course having Games Workshop support is absolutely outstanding. And I'm really quite proud of where I've managed to get to, whilst also working 45 hours a week and studying at college. But without the Patreons and the guys that have supported me, in particular in the local community, Justin at Battle Bunker, of course, for his support, and Terry at Demonscapes. But all the guys on Twitch that, you know, the painting community on Twitch is fantastic. To name a few, you've got Garth 40k Epic Narrator, you've got Mitch and Sipid Hill 7, Mini Matties, Brush for Hire, Rubble Raider, Borak, Tyrannic Veteran. Honestly, guys, go and check out the painting community on Twitch. It is absolutely amazing. But if anybody has any ideas for content or what they would like to see that's not necessarily battle reports, of course, with the whole COVID situation, it is unfortunately still me and Lucy. And obviously we're limited as to what we can film. But honestly, thank you once again, guys. If you would like to support the channel, you can become a YouTube member for early access to battle reports and painting tutorials and stuff, as well as taking part in the podcast. You can also become a Patreon as well, or subscribe to us on Twitch if you have Amazon Prime, and that doesn't cost a thing. But yeah, I know this is basically me rambling, but I'm very, very happy with how things have turned out here. And hopefully you guys have enjoyed what content we have been able to produce. But yeah, come and hang out with us on Twitch, guys. And we'll see you very soon.